This segment is sponsored by Visit St. Mary's, Maryland. Well, St. Mary's County, Maryland is the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of D.C. city life. From his historic charm to never-ending events, there is always something to do once you arrive. And here to share more is travel content creator Kelly Dabrowski and executive director of Visit St. Mary's, Maryland, Liz Mildenstein. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
So Liz, what makes St. Mary's County such a great destination for people to explore, especially on a budget?
St. Mary's County is great on a budget because we have something for everyone there. So if you enjoy outdoor adventure, hiking, trails, water access, or you're looking for historical sites, museums, we have something for you. And a lot of times it's low cost to no cost to enter any of those sites. The average ticket across our museums is just over $10 for an adult. And then in terms of what there is to do, there's an absolute variety. The other thing I'll say is we have a lot of lodging options to fit your budget. So we have over 800 hotel rooms in St. Mary's County in terms of traditional hotels, but that doesn't account for all of our short-term rentals. So there's really something for every kind of traveler.
I know that you'll have some signature events that kind of highlight not just the culture, but the history of the area. Let's talk about some of those.
Yeah, so I would love to take up this entire segment and talk through every event that's listed on our calendar. But if I were to kind of capture a few that are coming up in the spring and summer that really touch on the culture of St. Mary's County, I would definitely mention our Crab and Music Festival that takes place in June. We have, for the first time ever coming to Maryland, is the NHRA, which is the National Hot Rod Association.
Ooh,
Potomac Nationals
okay.
are coming to Maryland International Raceway, which is a really cool racing strip in St. Mary's County. And then I would also talk to Maryland Fest, which is at historic St. Mary's City, which for those who don't know, that is the original state capital for Maryland. And so you can come and celebrate all that Maryland has to offer in terms of culture and significance at Maryland Fest at that original capital, which is a really special place.
Man, history, culture, fun, all together in one spot. Well, I want to bring in Kelly here because you have had some experiences that you've shared online about your travel to St. Mary's, and I just want to ask you, for you, what makes it such a unique spot to get away to?
Something I really, really love about St. Mary's County is that you truly can have a different experience every single time you visit. So the first time I visited was last summer, and during the summer I went just to really get away, relax, and enjoy the beaches. I also went and experienced some of the lighthouse museums, so what Liz was talking about before at some of our state parks. But then when I went back in the fall, I went for a completely different reason, not to relax, but to really soak up and enjoy some of the culture and some of the history at the Oyster Festival. So that's an event that happens every fall, and it's a really good place to go, one, if you love oysters, but two, just to support the local community and learn more about the waterman culture.
What would you say people should expect when they head to St. Mary's?
You can really expect anything. Obviously, like we were saying, that there's truly never-ending list of things that you can do. I do think that it's a great getaway because from the DC metro area, it's only an hour-and-a-half drive. So whether you own a car or you need to rent one, it's super easy to get away for one, a long weekend, or just a two-day trip. You also can go for just a day trip. So I think it's really something that you can pick apart from the itinerary that we developed last year when we partnered together to really make it whatever trip you need it to be. And again, I hope that people get out, whether it's for a day trip or a weekend, just to really soak up and experience some of the water culture there in St. Mary's County.
And if some of our viewers are saying, okay, let me see, what trip did Kelly do? Let me try to recreate. How can they follow your trips and your stories?
They can find me on all social media platforms at CoastalwithKelly.
All right, and let me bring back in Liz here. So if you're thinking about that trip, whether it's for one of the festivals or you just want to get away, what's the one-stop shop to find everything you need to know about St. Mary's County, Maryland?
Visit stmarysmd.com.
We're going to put all that information on the screen so you can make that trip, make those plans, and get down to Southern Maryland. Thank you both for your time today.
Thank you.